Channel Has Begun, now, that was sort of another big hit for you, but before the Channel Has Begun on Hot Water, there's things like Love Games and records which just about made it into charts, but not quite.
Love Games. It was a big deal for us. I mean, that was our first, like, top 40 record, went to 38, and we got Top of the Pops from that, and we thought, hey, we've arrived. I mean, you know,
really did.
We'll walk out in the street and everyone would just stop in their tracks and go, you know, all this business. Wasn't quite like that, but I suppose it was a small step for mankind.
What was the biggest step for you then?
I'll tell you that what it was exciting about that was that Love Games was actually our third record. It came out in 1981. I think it was 81. It was, wasn't it? But it was our third single. We'd had Love Meeting Love and Flying on the Wings of Love. Notice the word that occurs quite a lot here. So obviously
we got copyright on that.
Yeah, we were being extremely inventive lyrically, and love, lovey. We were being very serious, and Love Games gave us our first break because, as Mike said, it got us to Top of the Pops. We'd been signed before that to Elite Records. With who we recorded those first two records, but the guy that had us, Andy Soika, really wasn't geared up to get behind the band in a way that a major company like Polydor was. So he would lease the records to Polydor, and we actually only signed him for 6 months. So I think that you know, he must be one of those people that sort of goes around saying blast, blast, blast. Yeah, blast. You know, find out 6 years instead of 6 months. But you know, we signed to Polydor Records, we made Love Games, followed by
Love 42 album.
Yeah, the funny thing was, right, that when we put out Love Games, it was the press, who've never really liked us that much, but the reviews of it were something like, oh dear, 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 time to get your crimpling slacks and Clearasil out, boys, you know, because these spotty, blue-eyed, souled oik boys from God knows where, you know, and it was just terribly insulting review.
Supermarket music.
Yeah, right.
Mentioned.
Yes, right, supermarket music. So now the next thing we released called Turn It On, which is like, I don't know, 4 months later or something. The same reviewer, right? The same guy. It was in Melody Maker, I think, wasn't it? Same guy said, let's see, I've said it now.
Yeah.
It was in something.
Definitely. Or Enemy.
Or Enemy. Or Sounds. I can't remember. It's one of them. Right? And the same reviewer said, oh dear, 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 dear. He said, what a pity, after the now near classic Love Games. Bastard! Now, he said, now we end up with this dross. I thought, well, you know, and that was how our sort of love affair kicked off with the press, really.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, here's something about you. Let's have a look at this one.